Hello everybody, Blue Line Gaming here, and welcome back to Bucks County. Now, first thing you're going to notice, we're in a new tractor with a new trailer. Like I said in the last video, I went ahead and sold off a lot of the things we weren't going to use in, or off camera, and went ahead and purchased the things that we're going to need. I sold off the mowers, one of our John Deere tractors, no, two of our John Deere tractors, and most of the grass working equipment. And I went ahead and purchased this New Holland with this auger wagon and a baler. The auger wagon is going to keep us from having to drive all over the field just to dump into our semi-trailer. And the baler is going to be working on following behind the harvester, going ahead and baling up the straw from this field. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this John Deere, the 8400R, I think it is. It's a little overpowered for the baler, but I kind of want to break up and just not have all green. You get too much green, it gets a little boring. So I kind of am just trying to break up the color a little bit and just keep things interesting. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the primary goal of this video is going to be to get this field harvested. Now that's a big undertaking. It's a big field. Go ahead and hop into my harvester here, get it set up and ready to go. I might have parked that trailer right in the way of where I need to be, but if that's the case, that's fine. We can kind of adjust what we're going to do. We'll just pull over here and start over here on this end of the field. Work our way around. Get swung around here, get this header attached so we can get started with our harvest. Now this is going to be, like I said, a big undertaking. I just had to go over there so I had room to get everything attached. We'll hop between these two trailers here for our start, and we need to get follow me set up with our 8400R. So that way we kind of, since this is such a large field, it's two birds, one stone. Alright. So now with that, I know that tractor is kind of loud. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. We'll go ahead and get into our harvest here and see how long it's going to take. I'm expecting this to take probably a good majority of the video, but I want to get it done. I'm not trying to break it up and make 2 or 3 videos worth of harvesting one field. Let's just make sure that our baler is actually okay. It is. Missed a little bit at the start, but that's not the end of the world. Like I said, I don't want this harvesting to take up too much of, or too many videos, because that's just going to get very stale very quickly. You also have to forgive me, I suck at driving harvesters, so this is going to be interesting. I'm expecting a lot of breaks in the harvesting to unload. I tried to go for a decent sized harvester, or a decent sized grain tank on it. But it's still, this is just a massive field. It's gonna take a lot. Once we get a full semi-trailer, I'll probably go ahead and stop the time lapse and go sell it off, because we are gonna need a bale stacking trailer as well. Bales that are set to 10,000 liters a piece, so we shouldn't have a crazy number of bales, but we still should have a decent amount. Be able to make a little bit of money off of them. I might put some into storage for when we get cows, hopefully in the near future. But we'll have to repurchase our grass working stuff for that too, because we're going to need silage and all that as well for the cows. But we'll see. I'm just gonna carry on with this harvesting, and we'll see how long it takes. Alright guys, so I don't want this time lapse to drag on too long like I intend to do. We've got the field, we've got a good start on it. We're about a third of the way through it as we finish up this section here. Baler, it's not doing a terrible job. Obviously workers aren't perfect. There's some pieces I'm going to have to come back and clean up. But that's not the end of the world. It'll kind of break it up a little bit. So what I'm probably going to do, get this little section here cleaned up, and then hop on the baler, take over that for a minute, get all the little missed bits from what we've done so far cleaned up and into bales. While I'm finishing this harvest up, I want to give you guys kind of an update on the channel and where it's going to go starting in the new year, which will be starting tomorrow. Starting next week, I'm moving up to 3 videos a week. So instead of Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'll be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You'll have Farming Simulator, either Dalton Valley or Bucks County on Mondays. Wednesdays, I'm going to start my American Truck Simulator series and get that going. And Fridays will be kind of a toss-up. Depends on if I can get the game working or not. The Friday time slot I want to reserve for LSPDFR. But like I said, that's going to depend on if GTA 5 will cooperate with me. I've had issues in the past with stability, frame rates, things like that. So we'll have to see. If it's not LSPDFR, it will either be one of the two, Farming Simulator or American Truck Simulator. If it's Farming Simulator, it will be the opposite farm from whatever the Monday video is. So if Monday is Bucks County, Friday will be Dalton Valley, and vice versa. But the goal is to go to the 3-day a week schedule. On top of that, I've been scheduling my uploads for 8 a.m. I'm going to be moving them to the 4 p.m. time slot. And now these times are in Central Time, so adjust that for whatever time zone you're in. It'll be 4 p.m. my local time instead of the 8 a.m. time slot. That's kind of the plan, is just kind of get that solidified with 3 videos a week coming out in the afternoons. That gives me the time, if I don't have the chance to record or pre-record a certain day's video, that 4 p.m. time slot gives me the time to get a video recorded, edited, and uploaded that morning so that I don't miss an upload. But we'll have to see how it goes. But that's the plan. 3 videos a week coming out at 4 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if I can make that work, that's what I'm going to go with. Got a couple bales in the way on this one. Get this last little section picked up. Hop into that the baler. Alright. And park this guy over here out of the way somewhere. And get some of these bigger swaths of straw picked up. Where is my baler? There it is. So some of these bigger sections, obviously the workers are not perfect. I don't expect them to be perfect. But they've missed some significant portions of straw that need to be picked up. Like you can see off in the distance over there, there's a pretty decent sized swath that I need to get over there and get picked up. Because that's just money sitting on the ground, basically. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and then we'll probably get back into the harvest. I know these trees right on the edge of the field make it hard to see sometimes. I'm trying my best to avoid them, but I'm also trying to minimize camera movements on my time lapses, because I know that can get a little sickening. So if I can help that, I'm going to try and be better about that. I'm doing so much better than the worker at picking up this straw, aren't I? Let's just make a lap around the headland, see if there's any other big swaths that were missed, and then we will probably get one more section of the field harvested. I don't know where exactly I'm going to section it off, but I know that as it sits right now, this field still has a ways to go. We've still got a lot of wheat left to harvest. I'm also going to be trying out some other mods in this series that I'm not necessarily using on Dalton Valley. The Straw Me mod. I will potentially be using Courseplay as we get more fields, more equipment. I have a worker going in one field doing the planting, and then be planting in another field, or cultivating, or harvesting, or whatever I need to do in another field. So that way we can kind of get more done, progress more, so that these videos don't start to become stale. Because I know watching the same thing over and over, it gets stale and boring. Biggest thing we're working towards right now, and selling off the wheat, we should have enough money for it, is going to be the auto stacker for the bales. Not an auto loader, the auto stacker that's built into the base game. The auto loaders, they're handy, but they feel kind of cheaty at times. I'm not going to try and stack bales with a front loader. I would be able to carry more bales at a time, but that's not going to happen. I've tried it in the past. I'm not good at it. So what we're going to do, we'll get one more section of this field harvested in this video, and that's probably going to be the whole video, is just this harvest. So we'll get follow me set back up. He's good to go. Let's make sure, yep, on and down. Okay. That's one thing I forget frequently, is to turn on the worker's tool before I start follow me. And then they're just following me around doing nothing, just making money to drive around in circles. That doesn't do me any good, and it actually costs me money. So what I'm thinking, this big section to the right here, we'll start it off probably about right here, and get this section to the right done. That'll just leave a little bit to the left that'll be in the next video. We'll have to see. Just get in here, cut a lap around this little island in the field, and then take out this right section. This section off here to the right, go ahead and get that harvested and baled up, and see where we're at. Alright guys, so obviously we've got a little bit left to do in this field, not much. Got this little section here that's left, and all of that up there. That will be the start of the next video on this farm. As it sits right now, all I've done in this video is harvesting. I've been recording for right around an hour now, and that's just nothing but driving around in a combine with a baler following and doing some carting here and there. So I'm gonna finish up this little bit. We'll get this wheat that we've harvested sold off, whether or not it's a full trailer load, because we're gonna need that auto stacker. The next video will probably be a lot of bale work, getting the bales picked up, transported to the sell point, that kind of stuff. Okay, it's going to be done with the auto stacker, so we're probably going to take multiple trips to get that done. I think I'm close enough to the trailer. Yep, okay, cool. Well, that's unloading. Go ahead and turn that engine off. Hop back in here, get this finished up. Just this little section. There's still some pieces that need to be cleaned up from the baler again. It's not the end of the world. I'm not super worried about doing that right now. Get this last little bit harvested, dump this, whatever's left in the combine from this section, into our big semi-trailer over there. Get it all sold off and see if we have enough for the auto stacker. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, I want to say it's right around $70,000 that you need for the auto stacker. We've got a good amount of wheat in that trailer. I'm not sure the exact price on wheat. I haven't checked that yet. We'll check here in a second once we get this harvested and into the trailer. See where the best price is and get that sold off for as much money as we can make. With it being wheat, I'm not expecting to make a whole lot of money, but hopefully it's enough to cover the cost of that auto stacker. Alright, I don't need this guy following me anymore. Let's go ahead and turn him off. That's good enough. Not quite as noisy now either, with the combine working and that tractor running. I'm just gonna daisy chain this into the one into the other. That's gonna be the easiest way to do it. Get this unloaded and loaded into that semi-trailer, and then we'll check the price of wheat. We're not done with this combine by any means, so we'll just kind of leave him over here in the field because we've still got that section. What we are going to do is go ahead and move this guy out of the way. Move him over here with the combine. We'll just put him right there for now. Now I know I do have Courseplay installed, and I could set it up with a driver and I wouldn't have to do the carting. I could just focus on harvesting. But I'm not good with Courseplay. So let's look at the price of wheat. Our best is going to be $7.19 per 1,000. Got 69,000. That's not going to be quite enough to get us to that auto stacker where we're still comfortable on how much money it's going to take to run the farm. But let's see, where am I going? Okay, so we're not going that far, I don't think. Let me see, how do I need to go to get there? I haven't explored a lot of this map. Like I said in the first video, I played it a little bit on my own, but I didn't explore much. So we need to go out, down to the left, down, and then we'll hang a left to go down here. Okay. So I'm going to head down to the sell point so we can get this wheat sold, and then we'll probably leave it off there once we see how much money we make. Alright guys, so here we are at the sell point. Now would be a good time to place your bets on how much you think we're going to make off of this. If you've done the math, cool. go ahead and put it down in the comments down below. But like I said, I don't think it's going to get us quite where we need to be for the auto stacker. Sorry, lost my train of thought there for a second. But I think it's going to get us close. So let's find out. Alright, so we made exactly $50,000 off of that. That gets us close. Like I said, I think that auto stacker is 70,000 if I'm not mistaken. So not quite where we need to be for the auto stacker. But once we finish that field off, which we've only got, only got this little section left, that should put us right about there. If not, we've also got field 15 that's ready to harvest. It's a cornfield, so we'll have to get a different header. Just a cost I didn't factor into the money we need to spend. But what we'll probably end up doing is getting those bales collected, because as it sits right now, we have 25 bales. Straw is this one, right? I can never remember. The price for straw is not great. It's one of these two. Either way, it's not a great price. But I think it's this one. I think this is grass. Might be the other way around. I can never remember which is which, so we'll just figure it out when we get there. Price isn't great, but with 10,000 liters per bale, 25 bales, we should be able to make plenty of money. But guys, like I said, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button, get subscribed for new videos on the new schedule, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'll see you guys in the next video.